It's not difficult to see that Harry and Meghan are having a lot of trouble with their current lives. Contrary to expectations of success in their efforts to become financially independent, it seems that the Sussex couple is failing in all their projects. The cause of everything is their own self-obsession. Let's analyze this video. Hello and a warm welcome to the ms.royal channel. It seems that the Sussex couple is directionless in building a strong brand or company outside the monarchy. It's been a long time since Megxit, and Harry and Meghan haven't really succeeded in any of their independent projects. Almost everyone believes that the duo is no longer as attractive as before. Obviously, the public is tired of seeing two adults whining and complaining about the little things in life. Harry and Meghan Markle's focus on themselves may be leading to self-destructive behavior. Their projects, such as a Netflix series on Polo and Meghan's cooking show, are criticized as self-indulgent and lacking broad appeal. Meanwhile, Harry's legal battle for security funding is seen as self-centered and futile, given his diminishing relevance. Their self-obsession is highlighted in their involvement in projects which are criticized for being more about their image than their actual content. If Harry and Meghan really think about many issues, they can comprehensively evaluate the problem. For example, Harry should no longer appear at any shows or events related to polo. What happened in the past with his horse will always be recalled. Harry is crazy to connect his brand to polo when he's been accused of abusing ponies. He's begging for bad press. The US takes animal abuse very seriously. I would hazard a guess that the mentors at Netflix, in a desperate bid to recoup money from the Harkles, had a workshopping conversation with them in which they tried to establish what they were good at that could be showcased in another Netflix special. At the end of a long, grueling day, they managed to generate polo from Harry, while after spending many hours listening to Meghan talking about her talent for making speeches and her passion for feminism, her humanitarianism, and her amazing ability for motherhood, plus touting her genius for fashion and her calligraphy skills, all of these suggestions were politely rejected by the Netflix gurus. Meghan finally managed to dredge up gardening and cooking, things she assured everyone in the room she was good at because she cooked a chicken once and she's always liked flowers. It was getting dark and the Netflix gurus were desperate to get home, so they signed things off and left the meeting with a feeling of doom in their stomachs. If we must evaluate, clearly he's made a big mistake with this polo documentary. PETA has an article on him abusing polo ponies, especially Drizzle on the pony he cut with his spurs. Similar to the art charity event in Africa, Harry's appearance was also not well received. He is just fine with whatever his African Parks organization abused and raped the Baka people. There was not a single official statement about this event from Harry or Meghan. It seems they don't care about anything but themselves. They will never step outside of themselves because they don't realize they are self-obsessed. Typical narcissistic self-obsessive behavior. I think they're fundamentally incapable of self-effacing behavior. They both display narcissistic behavior. These people are simply babies in grown-up clothes, but with the agency and legal rights of an adult, and these particular babies unfortunately have the resources and platform of an ancient royal family. I am amazed how the firm did such an excellent job keeping us in the dark about who Harry is. I was convinced he was such a good guy, now I just can't believe how bad he truly is. So sad, many years of covering up his behavior and lack of intelligence. He looked so happy around his brother and family. Maniac Meghan brought out the worst in him. Growing up, Harry had the Royal Puerto Rico team to boost whatever he was doing and to cover up any indiscretions. The problems began when he started to believe he didn't need help anymore, as he was so famous that he could do anything he liked and people would think he was so awesome. Then, after a time, the blinkers came off the public and the wheels started falling off the wagons. Meghan is toxic in every way, shape, and form. Every event they participate in focuses only on themselves. Invictus Games is sadly no longer about the athletes and the amazing things they have done to overcome adversity. It's the Harry and Meghan show, as is with anything they get involved with. He is a disgrace to his family. I won't mention the country because he no longer cares about Britain. Harry and Meghan lack originality. I could give them so many content ideas Harry could do for Netflix, but he doesn't deserve help. Prince Edward did a few documentaries in his day, and Prince Philip was always such an interesting interview. Harry just doesn't seem to have the same skill. The same goes for Meghan. In every event she attends, she seems focused only on herself. That is why she hated being a working royal, because when a member of the royal family attends an event, even if on the surface it looks as though everything is focused on the royal, in actual fact the focus is on the event. The working royal is there to selflessly shine a spotlight on the work of the charity or organization, and by who they are, they can really make a difference. Sadly, Meghan never understood this and made the error of confusing royalty with celebrity. Well, she has now got the life she always wanted. She is a Hollywood celebrity, but with the added twist of having a royal title. Her only problem is that she doesn't have enough money to live that life to the full. Hence, some of the desperate and often destructive things she and her husband have done to accumulate enough money to sustain the life they chose to live. The whole problem is that Meghan thinks that what she touches will turn into gold, just because she rides on the title given to her. Also, she slaps the family which gave them the titles. Meghan is obsessed with being seen as elite. The problem is she's not, and deep down it bores her. She's not an elite by birth, she's not an intellectual, she screams gauche new money or American actress. It's why she can't keep to anything or follow through to completion. What's the one thing she maintained by choice? Instagram pre-Harry, when she could pretend to be a travel blogger, actress, or foodie. In the world of the elite, she doesn't fit in and she knows it, but she wants people to view her as the royal. She wants people to treat her like they do Harry, and I expect that even with all the expensive clothing, etc., they still don't. And they never will, because the people she really wants to be accepted by will always see her as low class. It's always about her narcissism. I expect Harry's polo project was Meghan's idea. She's just such an embarrassing try-hard, she's literally become so hard to watch. Remember way back at the beginning, Harry said that Meghan was so much better at meeting people and presentations than the royal family. He still has these thoughts, being so he wants Meghan to be in his projects because he feels it highlights the occasion better than he could. She will lap this up, if not already planted that idea into Harry's head. The Sussex couple is constantly repeating old tricks. After all, their brand has been reshaped so many times. There's no evidence of growth, no evidence they learned from their past projects, no evidence they are open to advice that might lead them down a path that does work. They are both dilettantes, no real skills or knowledge. Neither have the work ethic or drive it takes to succeed at a job. They see a wild hare and they are off to some other idea. But we know Meghan is work avoidant, and Netflix describes her role as curating. It's probably other people doing the work and she just talking. Does the Meghan woman want a brand? In my view, no. She is performing the launch of a brand just as she performs being a royal duchess and visiting the poor. She has no interest in branding, products, etc. They are all simply film props or the toys that a child uses when playing a game in which the child is a producer, director, and star. Meghan is fame-obsessed and makes a phony fool of herself constantly. Harry has not analyzed anything about his life or conduct since day one. I've gotten to the point where I know that she will never go away as I hoped would happen, so I just have to stop watching what they get up to. Nothing ever changes. Meghan persists in trying to monetize herself again, but what exactly is her value now? Having failed to understand the monarchy, she really hasn't figured out capitalism either. She simply does everything she can think of. Her husband doesn't seem to have any helpful suggestions for her. It's true, he's too busy with his lawsuits. The reality regarding Harry and security is that he wants 24/7 armed security whenever he comes to the UK. Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures has downgraded security protection levels because Harry and Meghan are no longer working as royal members. Harry is not satisfied with this arrangement. He only wants armed police automatically protecting him whenever he deems to fly in, even if he only gives a single day's notice. Harry hasn't got much to offer as he's never worked in the real world. Netflix is just getting its pound of flesh before the contract ends. The Harkles have no longevity. They are so focused on themselves that they become obsessed. So they do not realize that they are completely empty shells with no core values. It is the core values that help them survive in this society. That also brings us to the end of this video. If you agree with my opinion, please comment, okay? If not, please express your so we can know your opinion. Don't forget to like and share the video. Your support is our motivation. Let's subscribe to receive notifications about the newest videos. We will be back soon. Thank you for watching and goodbye.